The timetable for Division I recruiting is so fast these days. It's been enhanced to a point where September 1, as a prospect is just becoming a junior in high school, the NCAA allows us to provide recruiting materials, handwritten notes, and emails. And I can start taking phone calls. I can't initiate the phone call, but I can take a phone call. This is all going on at the top level Division I programs, and the Ivy League as well, and just about most of the Division I programs are following suit. You know, we got to follow what the Jones is doing. You know, we got to do it too. So I find myself handwriting letters to juniors September and October of their junior year, and it's sort of, we feel like we're compelled to do it. Being part of a national name brand institution like an Ivy League school will be, we feel it's important to get involved, to try to get out there the top recruits from all over the country. And so we get brought into, even we in the Ivy League, who can't make a firm admission decision until all of your junior year grades are complete, until July 1 as you're becoming a senior. That's the first time I can gain any feedback from admissions. No Ivy League coach is allowed to gain any feedback from admissions until then. But yet, for the previous 9 months, I'm probably handwriting some notes to you, sending emails, and we're staying in touch with you. We just because we feel we have to, because the scholarship schools are doing it. I've never been a huge fan of junior days in particular, because I feel like it's not as personal a touch as I would like. I would love it if the top prospects that we have, the men that we're really serious about, were able to come and visit, and I got to spend 3.5 hours with each of them, walking around campus, going to lunch on campus, and just really getting to know them, and they get to know me personally. There's just not enough time for that anymore for everybody. We do that. We certainly do that with some prospects. So therefore, the advent of the junior day. The junior day is a day where a college program, and specific to Brown, we can bring in about 12 to 15 prospects in one day, and obviously it's more efficient. We get more bang for our buck. We can get a professor to speak about their discipline and their expertise. We'll get a highlight video set up. We'll set up the day with tours. We'll get it all mapped out, and so we can show Brown in a very positive light. And we try to then sneak in with each prospect maybe 10 minutes individually in the office. And so junior days are a really neat way to see the campus. It's also neat too for a prospect, because you get to look around yourself and see who the other top prospects are. And you may see that person at this, you may come to Brown and see that person, and you may go down the street to Yale and see that person again too. And so you can start comparing notes. And so the junior days, they're certainly something that you probably want to be a part of. Ask the coach. If you're somebody who's on our radar and we're really serious about, we definitely are going to invite you to our junior day, and we definitely want you here. If you're somebody that we're not quite sure if we're going to recruit you or not, you may hear a different answer when you ask and you come to a junior day. And we might say, well, we're sort of figuring it out, and we can only take 12 or 15. I give it away some of my secrets here, but just to let you know exactly where you stand. And so it's because, again, some programs will hold a junior day and it might be 50 prospects, because they may just say, hey, you know what, even if don't really know who you are yet, and we're not sure if we're going to recruit you, sure, come on by, December 1, anybody can, we'd love to have you. At Brown, we try not to do those, because then too many people and it gets too overwhelming, and I want to make sure our junior days are focused on the people that we think are going to be able to come and make a big impact for us. At Brown, we do 2 of them. We do ours in the fall. The spring for us is too intense in terms of spending almost every second we have with our current team and our men. I'll admit I'm probably not a great recruiter during the spring. Our season just ended. We just lost to Hopkins in overtime in the NCAA tournament. I'm picking up the pieces of the recruiting. And so I haven't really done much for the past 3 months. Now I'll wear a different hat and hopefully become a good recruiter. As much as we'd love to have the money to be able to distribute and have an influence over the money to distribute, there is no such thing at Brown University and most Ivy League institutions. Maybe it makes my job a bit easier. It's just one less thing we have to worry about, one less variable. All monies at Brown University are based on family need. So you could be the best cellist in the world. You could be a ridiculous attackman who's going to score 40 goals for us a year. You could be an outstanding student. You could have perfect SATs, just be one of the best students in the country that every Ivy League is fighting for academically. Doesn't matter. There are no merit-based scholarships and no merit-based monies at Brown University. Everything is based on your family's financial need. They look at the tax returns, the W-2s, assets, and that is the decision that's based on reducing the $50,000 price tag to a price tag that they think is appropriate for your family. Do be persistent. I'm a big believer in if you want something bad, you fight for it. You go get it. If you want to be at Brown University, to send your notes, to send a DVD, to send emails. Are you being a pest? Maybe at some point, but that's my choice. I can delete the email, I can put it away. It does make a difference. But my point is, you do it. Hearing from your parents too much, that's somewhat of a turnoff for me. I'm like, well, is it really the mother wants the boy to go to an Ivy League school and have this badge of honor on her chest, or what's the right school for him? Does he really want to be here? So, certainly parents can be part of the process, but it's the persistence when it becomes to that level of a lot of communication. I'd rather hear from the prospect, and I know that there's a sincere interest and this is where they want to be. So maintain the communication if it's something you want to do. Do push yourself academically. It doesn't matter what school you're looking for, whether you're looking for an Ivy League, a big-time scholarship program, or maybe it's going to be a junior college, whatever it is. Always push yourself academically to take maybe a bit more of a challenging course, to do the best you can in the courses that you have. Just whatever you can do, it's always going to help you get to the next level and gives you many more options. And the final thing I'm going to say is be modest. We're going to get out there, we're going to see you. We're going to make decisions on how good of a lacrosse player you're going to be. If you're somebody that interests us, we're going to know your accolades. Sure, you can create a little resume. I know a lot of prospects do that, and you can certainly put down there that you were, all league, all county, whatever. But you don't need to brag about yourself too much. Modesty and being humble, we love those traits. We love those characteristics, and so always having maintain that poise, even though you want to brag about yourself and tell this coach how much you've done. We'll find that out. Be honest. If Brown University is your sixth choice, then let me know that. And then it allows me as a coach to not put too much emotion into you and too much of waste of time, because I'm sure there's other prospects. If it's a school that you're a bit worried about academically, let me know that, and then we can talk about that and go through the process. So be as sincere and honest as you can in the process. Certainly, if it's a school that you're interested in, make sure that comes across. Could be, even how you dress, how you sit in my office, how you look me in the eye. No matter what you're focused on, no matter what the school is or what you're thinking about studying, show a passion. You may not know what you're truly passionate about yet, being 15, 16, 17 years old, but you probably have some ideas. Obviously, lacrosse might be one of them. That's why you're watching this. Pursue it with everything in your heart. That's my biggest piece of advice. No matter what you want in life, it might be a sport, it might be a college, it might be a job, it might be a girl. You go after it as hard as you can. You pour your heart into it, and those successes, those rewards in life, the most meaningful, the ones you'll never forget. If you fail, it'll hurt, but you'll find out a lot more about yourself, and you'll truly know what it understands to take a challenge head on. So go for it.